Now, part two of our special report, The Price of Freedom. Heroes battling homelessness on the streets of the Bronx. Before the break, we introduced you to Ramel Corley, a Bronx veteran who is homeless. Amy Lauren is here with more on his struggle to get his life back on track. Amy.
Amber, Corley's struggle is an all too common one. So many veterans end up homeless. And now new challenges for the servicemen and women returning from Iraq and Afghanistan. They face unique obstacles in this faltering economy. For Ramel Corley, waiting and hoping for a job is the hardest part.
I took the exam for correctional officers back in December of last year, and it's almost been a year since I just got my results back, like last month.
Coming home from war, Ramel says he never expected he'd be homeless and unemployed at the age of 25 with 2 small children.
How you doing? Jesus? Yeah.
He's hoping to get that city job. But so are hundreds of others. According to the Department of Labor, last year, 21% of 18 to 24-year-old servicemen and women were unemployed. Those were the numbers before combat missions ended in Iraq.
You want to talk for a second?
Army veteran Jason Kravitz has counseled about 100 veterans on job placement.
They were either under the impression, when I get back, I'm going to file for a city job. I might be out of work 1 or 2 months, but I'm going to get a job right away.
He works at New Era Veterans, a transitional housing complex for veterans in Soundview. Is there a feeling that somehow life is going to be better when they get out?
I think it's an assumption, on the veterans' part that I'm going to be kind of taken care of. They're going to hand walk me through just like everything else the, Department of Defense did. Since the minute I walked into the service, they've hand carried me. Here's a uniform, here's a rifle, here's your meals.
Kravitz says for men who have spent most of their young adult lives in the military, the transition to civilian life can be daunting.
You're walking around like a 16-year-old. You know how to fix a tank, but you don't know how to take care of yourself. The military doesn't train you for independent living. They train you to be a soldier.
And many veterans may be too proud to ask for help.
If somebody thinks they can work themselves through it, most people, I would imagine yourself included, would try.
But when unemployment runs out, a veteran without a job, even one with a disability benefit, may have to rely on public assistance. For someone who doesn't live in a shelter, the city says it gives a mere $70.50 every 2 weeks, plus about $160 a month in food stamps. Money that, according to homeless advocates, can't cover basic housing costs.
Even an affordable studio in the Bronx, for example, can cost around $1,000.
Without money to pay rent, some veterans say they find themselves with few choices. Some end up sleeping on the streets. Others head to a shelter.
There's a transition from the military to the shelter. They do mirror each other, just like the prison system.
To many, the shelter system may seem like the only resort, but it's not. A new national pledge to end veterans' homelessness is empowering community-based organizations to support our troops after they come home from the front lines.